A notable succession, you must say. In my first month that I have been here, I have managed to take England from fourth in world rankings to third. So that one is success in its own terms. I am just right behind Brazil and Argentina in the world ranking. Last time we were out, we were in fourth, and we have increased all the way to Argentina. We are tied in third with Argentina. Spain and Brazil are up. I thought are there ties in the world rankings? Okay, but Spain are second. That one I will give them, and then Brazil are still ranked first. Remember, in this universe, United States is the one that won the 2022 World Cup, so Argentina do not have that top spot. So US are up to seventh, and that one was so very unexpected. But we have climbed up to third, and we are okay in that terms of the world rankings. Well, I am proud to announce that so far managing this England team, this England job has just been massive. I mean, I am really enjoying this thing. So this stuff is really interesting, just going around watching games. And by the way, speaking of watching games, I watched one between Arsenal and Real Madrid most recently, and I would just love to see something about that one. Their game ended in a 1-1 draw, but this goal from Bukayo Saka was really interesting. The combination between Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka was really immense. Just look at that pass. That pass was legit good. Those are two Englishmen performing on the big stage, and I loved what they did. So for me, the two of them are a really good portion for me to use in the competitions that we are going with. Speaking of competitions, we are currently sitting first in the World Cup qualifiers. The World 2026 World Cup qualifiers. That is on 19 points, having won 6 and drawn 1. Poland right behind us with 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss on 16 points, just 3 points behind. They're not that far. Greece are the next level team, but remember, from this section, only the first team qualifies. So Poland are in it with us, so they are not letting go. Just look at the results that we have been putting up ever since. First of all, the last time we were here, we ended up losing to Argentina in the finalissima finals. Even though I tried my best, it was our first game. After that one, we have just been in a cruise. 7-1 against Greece. This was a really impetuous win. Bellingham, Kane, Sterling, Kane, Sterling, Bowen, a Sterling hat-trick. Mount and Foden were just really performing. Remember, I didn't have Bukayo Saka for this game because he was injured, but we really demolished Greece in this particular match. It was a good game. Then we went on to play Luxembourg away from home. It was just a simple 2-0 win. Tammy Abraham with both goals, and it was a very rotated side, as you can see here. I rotated the team as much as possible for me to be able to give a couple of the players that I had in the squad a chance to play the game. So even though we had 27 shots, 11 on target, only 2 goals from Tammy Abraham were enough for that win. After that one, it was followed by a 1-1 draw against Poland. Sorry, Poland are really tough side for us to deal with. Lewandowski and Sterling with those goals. Lewandowski scoring first from a free kick, a very sweet free kick. It was a beautiful goal. And then later on in the match, Raheem Sterling doing very well from the wings, cutting back inside, and then just slamming it into the roof of the net in the 66th minute. That was the only action of that match, and Poland really held us up to it. That's a shots on target. We had 15-7 on target, even though we couldn't take advantage, even after playing such a strong side, including the likes of Bukayo Saka being back in the squad. We had Foden, Kane, everyone was there. I mean, like, yeah, literally everyone was there. Squad was as strong as it could be. But we bounced back with the two massive wins between Malta and San Marino. 10-0 against Malta. I think it was Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden show. Rice with the first one. Saka, I think, scored. How many did Saka score? Saka scored a hat trick and got an assist. Foden scored twice, got an assist. Jones scored and got an even Jones on his debut scored and got an assist. Kane scored a hat trick. Declan Rice scored and got an assist. Trent got an assist. I mean, it was just perfect performance from the team all round. It was a good performance against Malta. Even the rotated side, I played a very strong 11 against them, as I am noticing. Some of these games I have failed to keep track of. The trend shows 15 on target. Out of those 15 on target, 10 went into the back of the net. And then a world record in terms of in terms of goals scored in a in a World Cup qualifiers match. 13-0 against San Marino most recently. It was the Tammy Abraham show, scoring 5 goals. Mason Mount got 4 goals and 3 assists. Bowen scored twice and got an assist. Sancho scored twice, got an assist. Both my wing backs got assist. Maitland Niles calling him up to the national team for the first time. This in my tenure, not for the first time in his career, for the first time in my tenure, and just because of his massive performance with the Lyon out there in the league. And I, alongside Ben Chilwell, I looked at the All England squad. He was the only one who was putting up good numbers. I called up Maitland Niles. He got an assist and a 7.7 rating. Trent did a very good performance. Gerald Bowen, Mount Sancho. Bowen has been a favorite for me now to start picking for the team because of his performance at Newcastle. 8 games, 4 assists, 4 goals, 7.29 average rating. His average ratings have just been very high. Leaving someone like this one out of the English squad seems like wasting the potential that he may be having. So 13-0 against San Marino termed as a record, and I think that one so far we are just cruising against these teams. Now, next up, the games that we have come back for are a game against Poland. Poland, remember, are right behind us, and they are the team that are looking to really rival with us for that World Cup position. So I am going to play the game against Poland today, and then we will come back for the final game of the qualifiers against Luxembourg. I would have loved to play the Greece one, but I just felt like since after I beat Greece 7-1, I think that they are a little bit too easy for going. Luxembourg, we only beat them by 2 goals to nil. So Poland and Luxembourg are the only teams that in this group that have like, let's say, tried to rival us. They have the teams that have tried to put us at bay. So it is going to be the game against Poland and at home at Wembley, and then the game against Luxembourg at Wembley again. So both of our games today are at Wembley, and we are just going for that one very strongly. Just to get straight into things, because international management, there is no scouting, are no major competitions we are competing in. There is nothing much, just a few matches and a little bit of things to talk about. Let us talk about the squad selection for the game against Poland. I have rotated the team from the last 13-0 win, so we are playing a lot. So I brought in Aaron Ramsdale. Rhys James will start at right back, Stones and White at centre back, Ben Chilwell at left back. Then in the middle we have a pairing of James Ward-Prowse and Declan Rice. James Ward-Prowse really putting up good numbers for West Ham in the Premier League. 1 goal, 3 assists in 8 appearances, 2 play of the matches, a 7.06 average rating, and his statistics themselves, they are really good. Even at 30 years old, he still has that 20 free kick taking. So it will be quite good to use, and let me not forget to place him as the main free kick taker. Even though Rhys James is also really good at free kick taking, I think he has a 14. I think James Ward-Prowse will be the best suit to go for that one. Otherwise, the squad itself, we have Saka, Foden, Grealish up front. Then we have Harry Kane leading the line. Jack Grealish really putting up good numbers for PSG. 5 goals in 8 appearances, 7.13 average rating. Couldn't miss calling him up, the 30-year-old. And then we also have Phil Foden, who, particularly for Manchester City, is performing above average. He is really impressing in that Manchester City t-shirt. Poland at home is not something much that you can say. When we played away, it was just the fact that we were away, we were not there, and everything. Just tell the players that we are the favorites to win this thing. And then we go into the match preview, playing a 4-2-3-1. Those are really big names on the world of football. Managing England always feels like managing the whole world of football itself. And then for Poland, they have Zielinski, Lewandowski, Matikash. We have the likes of those players that are there. We are only 3 points above them. Our goal difference is massive because of the number of goals we have been putting up, but I think against a Polish side it is going to be quite difficult. So let us start this match. Let us see where these guys are going to place us. I think we are definitely favorites to win, and we must. Speaking of musts, they have the first attempt. That is the first free kick on goal, but Bukayo Saka does well to get away with it, and now it is a 4 versus 2 situation, but they are quickly falling back. Phil Foden into the box. Bukayo Saka into Phil Foden in a very impetuous counter attack break, and that is a beautiful goal from the team. That is a very beautiful goal from the team. Just look at this. Look at this space. They all went forward for that free kick. Saka in all his strides sees Foden approaching, and that one is really great. Harry Kane was offside, couldn't be given the ball, and Foden just slots it into the bottom right corner, and that is the beginning of things. And we have a quick of highlight. Okay, are they responding immediately because here comes Zielinski looking for Zelewski, doesn't find him, Stones with the ball, gives it out to Bukayo Saka into Phil Foden. Good combination between the two. Foden into Harry Kane, 2-0. Two goals in the space of a minute. Is he offside? The referee is checking in terms of VR. We might have celebrated too early. Goal awarded. It is 2-0. That's a beautiful goal from Kane. Just look at this. Saka that touch into Foden. Then Foden just lifting his eyes and seeing Kane make the run, and that is $1 million finish. 2-0. I think we came back to really demolish Poland, and I think that one is yeah, not so interesting. I didn't want to demolish them, just wanted to win. 26 minutes into the clock, ball is lofted forward by the goalkeeper. Kane collects, gives it up to Ben White. Ben White strolling backwards into John Stones. Here's James Ward-Prowse in support, who goes back to Bukayo Saka. It is intercepted by Moda, but Saka gets it back. Bukayo Saka turns back to James Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse back to John Stones. Stones, Rice into Reece James. Beautiful football. James looking for Saka, goes all the way back to Grabara, and that one will be collected and lofted forward by the keeper. Stones controls well into Reece James. Again, ball forward into Phil Foden. It was blocked by Piajowski, and Grabara collects. Half time, we are leading 2-0. Goals from Phil Foden and Harry Kane, and that was a really impressive first half from the lads. Won't say much, a few highlights it had, but let us just tell them I'm pleased we created loss, and the scoreboard reflects that. Praise the lads, let them be happy going into this second half. Everyone is putting up greens across the board except for Ward-Prowse and Ben White. Well, good performance from everyone who is in the pitch so far. 12 shots for target. We have limited them to only one shot on target with 3 attempted shots. So we are definitely playing our way through this one. As here comes an throw in from them. Reka cross into the box looking for someone. Fila goes all the way out to collect. Jack Grealish intercepts, gives it to Ben White into Declan Rice. Grealish overlapping, gets the ball beautifully. Jack Grealish has all the space to push. Is limited though in the end. Gives back to Ben Chilwell. Chilwell into Phil Foden. What a ball that is. What a ball from Ben Chilwell. Wow. That is a really impetuous pass. That's a beautiful pass from Ben. That is I rank it. Just look at that ball. Just look at that. It's like as if he chips it into the back of the behind the defender Walu. That's a really beautiful ball. That's a really beautifully crafted goal. It is 3-0 against Poland. Well, I think we were definitely going to qualify for this World Cup, but I just love the international management thing. I just love the way we do this, and I wanted to see it. I wanted to experience it myself. It looks interesting. But I know here we have Linety into Lewandowski, who finds Zielinski. Beautiful 1-2 between Zielinski and Placheta, but Ramsdale, that is a good save, out for a corner, and the corner will be taken by Pietro Zielinski. Zelinski to deliver into the box. There is no one, well cleared, and then Jack Grealish will get away with that one. Is that the end of the highlight, or do we have a chance? Grealish just flying through, gives it to Harry Kane, goes all the way back to Ben White, into Declan Rice. Foden, who intercepted by Matty Cash, gives it to Walu. It is a beautiful ball going forward, but Stones intercepts into Reece James. James Ward-Prowse, John Stones, back to Declan Rice, lofts it looking for Saka, but it is intercepted by Reka Foden, back into Bukayo Saka, Saka into Rice looking for Harry Kane, it goes over the ball, over the defense, and Harry Kane makes it 4. I think, come on guys, we are done. I think we have already demolished them as much as we could, as much as we would have wanted to. Let them breathe, please. Let them breathe. And while they're breathing, I think we also need to let Declan Rice breathe. He is really fatigued. Jude Bellingham is going to come on for a deck, and then we see how the rest of the half goes. Elsewhere, who needs substitution? Remember, I have only 3 substitutions. Yeah, let's use that one for now, and then we see how the rest of the half plays out. And we have an immediate highlight after that one. I think this one was a highlight for making the substitutions. John Stones to Declan Rice. Declan Rice to James Ward-Prowse. What a ball forward, but no one was there. Walu to intercept. He has all this time and space, goes forward, and God gets to Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski, what a save from Ramsdale. What a save from Aaron Ramsdale. Beautiful. And this doesn't look to be close to over. Harry Kane into Ben Chilwell. Jack Grealish. Guys, stop. They are already dead. Jack Grealish into Bellingham. Foden. Saka. They are now dead. It is offside. I thought so. Is Saka onside? That one, the linesman has not raised his flag on the far end, but it was a good goal awarded. It is not offside. Just look at this for a gameplay. Let us bring on Trent, Grealish into Bellingham, into Foden, into Saka. First time football, training ground football. That is very, very idealistic. Really, really impressive. And 5-0. We have done it. We have completed this. Look at the match momentum. They only had one spike. I think that this was that Lewandowski chance, and then all of a sudden everything else just went our way. 5-0 against Poland for a team that held us to a 1-1 draw earlier in the season. That one is really, really impressive. Good performance, guys. Everyone is happy. I am happy. I'm a happy coach, and I'm happy with the performance every team has put on. Greece has now climbed above them. We are up to 22 points, and we are definitely qualifying for the World Cup. But I will just one last game for today, and that is the game against Luxembourg. So we will see how that one will be. Phil Foden, 2 goals, 2 assists, 9.9 rating. That one was a real impression from him. Saka, 1 goal, 1 assist. Everything is okay. So up next is the international break all the way in November 13th. We are in October 14th, so 1 month away. A month of looking at things, and maybe a month of going to watch another game. Give me some time. We'll be back for the Luxembourg game. That one, if not if, but after confirming the slamming of Greek or Greece. Okay, 1 month down, 1 game down, one to go. The final game of the World Cup qualifiers. We have already qualified for the World Cup after that one. After that, as you can see, we have a very big queue beside our name there. After our last win against Greece, it was a 2-1 win in which Harry Kane scored both goals. We won it by 2 goals to 1, and then that one sealed our qualification into next year's World Cup. So we are just playing the final game of everything. That's against Luxembourg, of which even if we lose, we don't. It doesn't really matter, but I would love a win. That's why I'm going finally with a squad that I feel would be really handful, or maybe I may line up for the first game of the World Cup like this. I never know. So we have Ramsdale in goal, Trent, Stones, Tomori, Chilwell, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Foden, Sterling, Kane. Big names, all big names, and just a few players that have given their first international call-ups include Cole Palmer, who played in that 2-1 win against Greece. He is his first international cap for the English national team. Next up, we have Tino Livramento from Newcastle. Gave him his first international call-up, and he played at left wing back in that last game that we played against Greece. And then the youngster Alfie Devin, 21 years of age. I told you I would be giving some of the under 21s couple of games. So this is my first under 21 player that I have given a cap, an international cap. Alfie Devin. Under me, he has gained his first international cap for Tottenham. He has played only 1 game this season, got a goal in that one, 7.20 average rating, so that he could be a really good instrument for us to use going on. So those are the players that I gave their first international call-ups, and they performed really well. So with this team, let's go on and deal with Luxembourg the way we think they should be. I think a 2-0 win last time was not enough. Let's finish up this competition. It has taken 7 minutes into this game for the first highlight to come in, and it is a leap from Harry Kane. And particularly, I think the referee is saying it's a penalty. How? If it is, I'll take it. It is awarded. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know. Harry Kane will take the penalty. I'm not changing it. He is our main penalty taker. He's our main man up front, our captain. Let's see what he can do. Harry Kane steps up and scores. As simple as that. Down into the bottom left corner, bottom right. And that's a beautiful goal to get us going. At home, 1-0 against Luxembourg. Didn't know it will take this short time for us to get that lead. I was expecting a little bit of a running down, considering the team is a little bit resting and impressed. There is a kickoff highlight. Okay, Danny Mota all the way back to Kayanar, into Olsen, into Barreiro. Just pulling it back, lofts it forward, looking for nobody in particular. Aaron Ramsdale does well to collect that one, gives it into Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell along the line into Raheem Sterling, cuts back, gets all the way into the middle where he has all the space. Good ball into Bukayo Saka. Saka into Harry Kane. How did that not go in? Someone collects it. How does that not go in, to be honest? I don't know. Well, I don't have an explanation, but I don't know how that does not go in. We have a corner. Foden with taking that one for us, lofts it into the box. It is cleared. Bukayo Saka collects from this other end into Raheem Sterling's shot straight into Sommer's arm. That I think was a good opportunity, though I feel like the highlight fades with there, or does it? No, it does not. Okay, so Ben Chilwell in with the ball back to Raheem Sterling, cross looking for Saka again. These balls into Saka are really dangerous, and I think Luxembourg will need to deal with them if they are to get anything from this game. Ball lofted forward, Chilwell collects but goes all the way to Sinani. Sinani's ball again, not a really good ball looking for Sanchez. Trent to collect that one, gives it into Tomori. Fikayo Tomori into Declan Rice, back to Tomori. Rice, Sterling, beautiful scenes. Raheem Sterling does well to get past one. Raheem Sterling into Hurricane. Is it offside? Did the linesman raise his flag? He didn't. Okay. Goal review checking. Goal disallowed. It is offside. It looked offside. Yeah, I think the linesman also raised his flag. It is offside. It is disallowed. But that was a really good idea from Sterling. He was miles offside. That would not have counted anyway. Trent into Jude. Lofts it backwards into Sterling. Hurricane 2-0. That I think stands. Don't tell me that is offside again. Is the referee really going to consider these offsides? All of them. VR is being used a lot in this game. It is a goal. It stands. He was very, very much onside. The ball in from Jude Bellingham looking for Sterling back post. Sterling was onside, and that one will count. It is 2-0. Well, after that goal again, there is another kickoff highlight. Well, I don't know what's up with this game, but every time we score, it seems like there must be a kickoff highlight. But here we go. Rupil into Sinani. Sinani looking for Mota. That's a good ball. Wow. And he misses. How? Why? 5 minutes to go till halftime. Phil Foden standing over a free kick. Foden ball in, and that one is saved. But Saka is right there to pounce on that rebound, and nothing Luxembourg can do about that one. Bukayo Saka makes it 3-0. James Ward-Prowse, I dropped him, by the way. He could have been the one taking for us the free kick, but it's also not a bad free kick from Phil Foden. It's a good free kick. It's a very, very good free kick. Bukayo Saka finishes it in, and it is 3-0 currently. It is not yet over. 2 minutes till halftime. Ben Chilwell throw it into Raheem Sterling, doesn't collect. Declan Rice back to Phil Foden. It's 4. Okay, 4-0. That that is done. That is impressive. That is really, really good. 4-0 for us, and I think we are done with this one. I don't even want to see the replay. We are demolishing these guys beyond repair. So halftime it is. I don't think there is nothing much to say or change. So I'm just going to go into the dressing room and I'm telling them I'm pleased, and then we start the second half, and then I will make a couple of changes as the second half cruises on, and then we will see. Phil Foden standing over a free kick again. Back post, Fikayo Tomori just lofts it over the post. That was a good chance. Highlights. Today, this highlight has just been like one very long game. Look at the English fans, the way they're jumping everywhere. Stones into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent looking for Bukayo Saka. That is a good ball. That is football at its best. England 5, Luxembourg 0. Wow, that was great. If we do not really perform like this in the World Cup, I will be furious. We are beating teams, we are thrashing teams in this competition, in these World Cup qualifiers. Let us go into that World Cup and do something similar to that. So it's currently 5-0. I think it's time I made a few substitutions before that, let us see if Luxembourg can pull one back. Sanchez looking for Mota, intercepted, will be collected by Phil Foden into Hurricane. He has Sterling out wide. Raheem Sterling manned by 3, but he tries to look for Foden, almost got to him, but it is intercepted. Sinani, ball forward. Trent will collect that one calmly. Turns, shoves it forward towards Bukayo Saka. Saka is always the man to look for those balls with. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka 6. Is that a hat trick or his second? His second. That's 6. 6-0. Wow, this is really starting to become scary. Let me bring on the debutants, the children, to play the rest of the game. Alfie Devin and Tino Livramento are on for the rest of the game, but now we have another kickoff highlight. Immediately we scored our sixth ball going forward. Already changed Declan Rice, but the change has already taken place. Sanchez, they pull one back. Okay, it's offside. Is it offside? It's not offside, so they managed to pull one back. No clean sheet for you Ramsdale today, so sorry about that, but I think you guys could have done better. So Alfie Devin and Tim Livramento on for Declan Rice and Ben Chilwell to see out this game with this win. Final minute of the game, last two additional minutes, and we are going to come home and see of a 6-1 win over Luxembourg. What a performance from the lads! What a performance! Bukayo Saka, man of the match with a hat trick. Yeah, I counted it right. Saka had three. That one I saw. So Saka with a hat trick, Kane scoring twice, and Phil Foden scoring once. Trent also performing really massively with two assists in that for Bukayo Saka, both of them. And then we have really sealed out that one. Poland second on 22 points as on 28. We have qualified for the World Cup at the expense of Poland and the other teams who they don't never know when we'll qualify for the World Cup again. And now that one is that. So for that, after that qualifying has been complete, English Federation access, they're confident that you meet their expectations. Okay, so they must build on World Cup qualifying performance. Absolutely, that one I said it. If we do not perform the way we have done today in the World Cup, I will be furious with the team. So no competitions left to add to, but just before the World Cup next year, which has not even been decided because the qualifying have just been complete, we will play a couple of pre-World Cup uh, assessment games, and I think the teams that I'm definitely going to play against are our rival nations. A good portion of them, if I can arrange friendlies against Germany, Argentina, and France, that one will be great, just to assess ourselves and see how World Cup ready we are, including number one placed team Brazil. I would love a friendly against them and see the reason as to why they are considered the favorites for the World Cup and the best. So with that, I would like to call it a day. 205 days till the World Cup. We will be back when we have a couple of days left to go till the World Cup, but the next one will just be those friendlies to assess our capabilities in that World Cup performance before the World Cup officially begins. So far, I'm enjoying this series. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying managing the three lions, the FA, and we are just doing things right. So up to till next time, goodbye guys. Hope to see you back when the World Cup begins.